What's up, YouTube? Heavy coming to you, Captain Awesome's Fish Room, Jeff Combs Brovi, bringing you a pretty cool video today. Got some stuff in the mail yesterday, and I'm pretty excited to have it. A couple of them are rare, one of which you basically have to pull teeth to even find it, and when you do find it, it's really hard to get them to come off of it. And, you know, normally people want to charge an arm and a leg for just a little bit of it. So, really happy I found it, and I'm really excited I get to share it with y'all. Be sure you can go and check out Aquatic Support Systems on Facebook, guys. I have all of the links inside the description, and there's a lot of good people over there, a lot of good information, and plus it gives you a place to talk about fish, plants, corals, whatever. There's all kinds of experience over there. So, without further ado, let's get it. Alright, so we're going to start here in Cletus's tank, the Fahaka Puffer. He's over here. He just had a big meal of a half-shelled clam. You can see how fat and gluttonous he looks. And still hungry. So, anyways, in this tank, I have a few new plants. One of which you can see right there in the middle of your screen. Right there. That is a Crinum calamonstratum. It gets really big, and it's a big, beautiful plant. The leaves on it are just something else, and once it grows in and starts filling out, it starts, you know, doing like roller coaster loops and stuff like that. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And then I got an Anubias nana gold form. So these leaves are going to have like a gold color to them, as you can see. They're already starting to take on that shape a little bit there. And that's pretty much it inside this tank. Everything's growing in really good. I just added some more val from the trimmings of the 50 long subscriber planted tank. So you can see a little bit more val back in there. Overall, this tank is doing really well. I mean it's really growing. You can see that Java moss back there is just out of this world, booming and growing and just looking fantastic. I can't wait until I get my Java moss stockpile all fat and luscious like it used to be. I used to be able to grab like a handful and jerk it out of there and still have like 10 handfuls left, you know, a while ago. So enough on this. I hope y'all like those two plants. Here's a close-up of the Crinum calamonstratum. Just got it yesterday, guys, so it isn't settled in and it's not growing as it will be. So, but that's what it looks like so far. It's just a little, I'd say baby, because these plants get really big, and it will be moved eventually. I just wanted to get it inside of a tank after it being shipped and let it acclimate a little bit and start growing some good roots. I mean, it came with roots on it, but you know, I just wanted to start growing before I put it in its final place. And then of course the Anubias there, looking great. So we'll go over to the next tank and take a look at what else I got. Alright guys, so this is the 50 long subscriber planted tank, and I'm going to pan through so you can see if you can spot the new plants before I tell you. I'll pan through a little bit slow, and then we will start in this corner over there. So pan through one more time. It's really starting to come together nicely and look really good. So Alright, so over here in the back corner I have some Crypt Wendetti, the red type, growing in back there. I have quite a few pieces, but a lot of leaves got damaged in transit, which isn't a big deal as long as you have that kind of rhizome looking thing. It's not a rhizome, a tuber. As long as you have that tuber on there, the plant's going to grow as long as you provide it with what it needs. Now, going over to the left a little bit here, this is going to be one of my favorite plants, right center stage in the screen here. Now, this is Bulbatus Mini. It's a mini form of Bulbatus. I have the regular form of Bulbatus, and the second name starts with an H, but it's slipping my mind. I have the regular form, but this is the mini form. It stays small like this and gets just a really beautiful look to it. So, got a bunch of that. Okay. So let me try to get you a good look at it. You can see some of the puffers checking things out. They're really curious fish. I really enjoy these guys. Alright, so now we'll pan over and try to keep it in focus here so you can see all the gorgeous plants in this tank. And we're going to stop right here because I have a few different new species here. You can see I have some dwarf hairgrass growing along here. I want to fill in that section. And then Hygrophila pinnatiphyta. I got a bunch of that in the other day. Got another stalk there with some leaves, and you can see a stalk right here kind of hiding in the mix there. I got some more back there inside the back. Trying to, just trying to fill it in and, just have a lot of different textures in here. I think that looks really good. And you can see I have some more back there. Now, before we go into the plant that I am very excited about, that's really hard to find, and just no one seems to want to sell it if they have it. But here's some more dwarf hairgrass. And then I have some more right over here, some dwarf hairgrass. But the star of today's show is this plant right here. Now you might be saying, well Jeff, that kind of looks like Hygrophila polysperma sunset. Well, I'll tell you guys, it is a hygro, it is a Hygrophila, and I do believe it is a polysperma, but it's a species tiger. So it's Hygrophila sp tiger. I didn't mean to say species, I meant to say sp. So if you don't know what Hygrophila sp tiger looks like, I suggest you Google it. It's a very gorgeous plant, and you'll see why it gets its name, because the leaves, you can, if I can get it to focus on this leaf right here, you can kind of see that patterning starting to come in there. And once this plant settles in, you can see it really good on that leaf a little bit, but once it settles in, guys, this plant is remarkable. Super hard to find, kind of like the Hygrophila polysperma Thai, which I had at one point, but I just let it go for some idiotic reason. But yeah, guys, so just to recap, we got the dwarf hairgrass, we got the Hygrophila polysperma sp tiger, we got the Hygrophila pinnatiphyta, we have the dwarf Bulbatus, another hard plant to find, to get your hands on anyway, and some red Crypt Wendetti. And also got a little piece of Anubias in there. That Anubias plant that I ordered actually came with two, and this is the smaller of the bunch, so I decided to stick it right in there. That's what she said. But all the other plants, other than that, inside this tank, guys, are doing fantastic. My willow moss, I've heard a lot of people say they can't keep willow moss alive, and I'll tell you my secret, guys. Water changes, good light, and nutrients. water changes, good light, and nutrients. So that's the willow moss. The blue hydro in the back getting bigger and bigger, about to have to do a trim on that. The hygrophila sunset doing great. Ludwigia rippens doing great. Now this stuff right here, it looks like guppy grass, but it's not guppy grass. This is actually a form that looks like guppy grass, but actually roots into your substrate. Once I find out the name, of course I'll update y'all on that. Dwarf baby tears, not doing as well as I'd like, but they are spreading a little bit. And of course the Downoi is just doing magnificent. The rest of the hygro and the Ludwigia rippens doing awesome. The Valsenaria spreading like wildfire. And then over here, this is that regular bulbatus that I was telling you about, Heterocauda or something like that. It's a harder bulbatus to find, but it's not like, I mean, if you look for it for at least a half an hour, you'll find somebody that's selling it. Madagascar lace is doing great, and the Storagine rippens is doing awesome. I propagated it, and it is growing fantastically now. And that's about it, guys. The dwarf puffers are really starting to flirt with each other nowadays. Been feeding them the bloodworms, and they're loving it. It seems like their favorite place to hang out when it's when the lights just turn on and right before the lights turn off, over inside this little area of willow moss over there. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll have some baby dwarf puffers come along and, you know, grace us with their presence. But just kind of wanted to give y'all an update, show y'all what I'm working with, and a few new plants that I got for basically free. And I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Like I said in the beginning, be sure to go and check out Aquatic Support Systems on Facebook, guys. There are a lot of good guys over there. Three of them are inspirations of mine. I look up to them very, very, very highly. Mike Mann, Conway Stevens, and Sean Armentrout. Definitely look up to them inside the hobby and as friends. Love those guys. So make sure you go check them out, guys. Lots of good conversations going on those pages, and there's no reason to miss out on it. If you don't have a Facebook, they're really easy to create. And come back to my channel, click the links, join, and start talking about fish or plants or substrate or whatever you want, guys. There's a lot of experience on those pages, and not only that, is we have a lot of big products rolling out this year that you really, really want to be a part of. We're definitely, you know, really trying to set a new standard inside of the hobby for customer service, quality, and quantity. So make sure you check them out and join up. With that said, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed these plants. If you're looking to get some, I definitely recommend them. None of these are really hard to grow at all. I will warn you though, Hygrophila pinnatophyta does ship very poorly. So if it does come late, more than likely you're not going to be able to save any of it. So make sure you try to get next day or early morning second day with that kind of shipment. So with that said, guys, again, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all are thinking. This is what I'm doing. This is what I've done. Happy fish keeping, and stay true to the hobby. Peace.